Hey, scholars, welcome to our Friday lesson. We've had some really great interactions together this week and two really great lessons with discussion, and I've had a lot of fun in office hours for those who've been coming. Now, in this lesson, you'll read about Odysseus' interaction with the Cyclops. While they won't learn the resolution of his conflict, you'll learn kind of the graphic description of his hospitality towards Odysseus and his men. At the end of this lesson, instead of doing a normal exit ticket, we're going to have a form to the side of the peer deck that asks you to correctly answer summary and inference questions about events in the section of Book 9 of the Odyssey. With that being said, we start off strong in our lesson with really looking at our do now, which is some questions that you should be prepared for. If you're not sure about the do now questions, you can go back into yesterday's peer deck. So you can actually go back to the Equitas website or go into Google Classroom and read some of your answers. You can take notes in a journal or use an app or however you like to take notes to record your thinking to help you on today's do now. So don't be afraid to skip around and be able to answer work accordingly. So you'll have two do now questions. Then you'll get into my reading. What I've done is I've recorded myself reading the entire line, so more than 100 lines, all at once. But you're not expected to listen to them all at once. So each section will have an annotation and discussion prompt, and then you'll annotate and you'll stop and jot. So I've allowed for stop and jots today, so you can actually type in on the side. So you'll want to pause, and I'll tell you in the description, pause here for the next stop and jot section. So you'll have a slide with text, and then the next slide will be a separate TDQ. So those guiding questions that help you in your learning. At the very end, we'll have one last check for understanding of what Odysseus does to face his obstacle and how he responds. Then you'll have that exit ticket. So we'll learn what happens after Odysseus survives the troubles with the Cicones and the Lotus Eaters after they arrive on the new island. A lot of action is going to happen in today's class. By the end of this lesson, you'll be prepared to answer MC questions about the reading. So in just a little bit, we're going to pick up, and I'll see you in the voice recordings. I'll be sure to read out loud the TDQs. You make sure to pause as you go, and you can always go back and listen to the rereading. Best of luck. I'll be available this morning during office hours, but since it's a Friday, we do not have afternoon office hours.